Hello and welcome to Thursday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic. And if you're looking at this grid thinking there are no numbers in that grid, well, that is an astute observation. We're going to be trying a puzzle by Ul-Rhymm called Blind Date, which has an intriguing idea behind it. The idea is that these are killer cages, so you can't repeat a digit in a cage, but each cage shares a side with exactly one other cage that has the same sum as itself. So those 5 digits, let's just highlight those, whatever they add up to, it's either going to be that one, that one, that one, that one, or that one. There's actually an awful lot of choice. We probably won't start there. But yeah, that's the idea. So many people might have observed in the past that the nerdiness of the Sudoku hobby may not be good for one's dating life. But I can tell you that blind dates were they were my most successful type of dates at university, because people wouldn't have actually had to have met me before they'd agreed to go on the blind date, which was a huge advantage. I remember there was a blind date. It was back at university. There was that program, Cilla Black's Blind Date used to be on. And I ended up going on a blind date with somebody, and it involved a lot of tequila. And I've never drunk tequila since. Most dreadful drink. Goodness me. Anyway, that's by the by. And it's got nothing to do with solving the puzzle, I don't think, at least. And we'll get to that in a moment. I'll do the rules properly and a bit more formally when we commence. But what can I tell you about before that? Let me just trot through some things. We've got 2 new apps out. These are these Sudoku Worm apps. Do have a look at those. They are rather wonderful. Lots of connected puzzles that showcase a particular constructor's wares. Let's call them wares. Marty Sears and James Sinclair are the 2 apps we've released already. This is actually Jugglers, which we'll be releasing soon. So definitely have a look at those. They're only $1 each, which is incredible value for money. Over on Patreon, at the start of July, we have a brand new Sudoku hunt coming. I will be able to share more news about exactly the form that's going to take in the coming days. So look out for that. And birthdays. Let me look at my list for birthdays. Porter, your mum Becky wrote in to tell me that you have turned 16 today. Many congratulations. Apparently you do watch the channel and enjoy it. Thank you very much for doing that. We're most grateful when we hear about regular viewers. And Porter, I hope that your birthday today is filled with enormously well-iced chocolate cake, of course. And actually, the other birthday is also from Becky, but it's not from a mum Becky, it's from a wife Becky. Matthew, over there in Michigan, it is your birthday today. And apparently the 2 of you discovered the channel this year. And it's become sort of a favourite hobby for both of you, which is brilliant. So Matthew, also happy birthday from a Becky, but a different Becky. And I hope you have a chocolate cake-filled birthday as well. And that is, I think, all the news. My phone is buzzing. I must put that over there, otherwise I will get distracted by it. Let's have a look at the rules of Blind Date by Ul-Rhymm. They are as follows. We have got normal Sudoku rules applying, so we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row. Oh, what did that? Oh, I see. That's highlighting all of the 2-cell cages. That's really clever. So that's very nice of what Sven's done there. So I can literally find cages that are sort of unusual sizes by just clicking on them and holding down the mouse button. Anyway, I was going to say we can't repeat digits in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. And then in cages, digits do not repeat and sum to a value that must be deduced. Each cage shares a side with exactly one other cage with the same sum. So it's what I said before. So that one, let's highlight that one. Those 5 digits either add up to the same as that one, this one, or that one. It's going to be interesting to work out how we actually get started in this puzzle. but they are all of the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. I mean, I've just seen one thing which I will mention. This, in fact, I'm going to start there. Yeah, I'm going to start here. So the thing I noticed is that these can't be the same because they would be the same digit. And actually, let's focus in on that one. That actually can't add to the same as that because the minimum, the triangular number for 5 is 15. So the minimum that T pentomino sums to is 15. And we can't write 15 in here. So this one is the same as that one. They add up to the same value. Now, the minimum value of this is going to be 6, isn't it? So if we filled this cage with 1, 2, 3, which is the least, this would be a 6. Right, okay, and I can do the same thing again. This T pentomino cannot be the same total as this one. So this one only has one other friend it can join. So this is also 6, 7, 8, or 9. And this, right. Oh, sorry. And by the way, the drillers are still in the house today, as you probably can hear, trying to do the smoke alarms. So apologies if you can hear that. That's quite a loud noise. Okay, but look, those two have to have the same sum now. These two have to have the same sum. This is definitely not too bad, is it? What I was going to say before the driller so unpleasantly interrupted me is that these cells, yeah, this is still worth it. Those cells add up to at least 15. If I populated them with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, that cell is not 0. So the actual sum of those two cages together is at least 16. So these can't include 6, and they must include 9. This is either 9, 7 or 9, 8. And this digit, 15, is 1 or 2. And it must repeat, therefore, in this panoply of digits. Because if it didn't, and there was no 1 or 2 in there, this would already add up to too many. Gosh, that noise is really bad. I'm very sorry. There's not much I can do about it today. I'm going to distract myself by looking at this cage. Actually, that's an enormous cage. That's a set. Oh, is it actually too big? Oh, hang on. I think. Oh, no, okay, I was about to say I don't understand the puzzle, because I couldn't see that join. I was like, but this can't add up to a 2-cell cage. But let's look at this cage, because I think it's important. We've got 7 different digits there in that cage, so the triangular number for 7 is 28. So we need a cage that this is orthogonally adjacent to, which adds up to at least 20, well, at least 28, because this might be more than 28. So that's going to have to be that one, isn't it? It's the only cage. It can't be. So these are a unit. I'm going to start having to oh, I won't use orange actually next to red. This one and this one are the same. Yeah, this is still going very nicely actually. This W pentomino is going to add up to at least 15. So this one can't join to that, so that one must join to the one beneath it. I'm going to start reusing colours now. This one must join to that one. That's going to be interesting, because this is a 2-cell cage and this is a 5-cell cage. Now 5 cells are going to add up to at least 15. So these must add up to at least 15, and they've got to include, well, they can be selected from 6, 7, 8, 9. We know that's not 9, so we know that's not 6. And that digit, I think, will have to appear in here again. Because imagine it didn't. What's the lowest you could make this add up to? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which is 19, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 19. And obviously we can't make this domino add up to 19. So that digit is in there. And in there. Oh, we already knew it was down here from what we did before. Oh, that digit 6, 7, 8 or 9, because it's adding those 3. It's been relatively smooth so far, hasn't it? Oh, yeah. Okay, here's another point that's rather cute. I said that added up to at least 28, and that's true. It doesn't add up to 30. 30 would be the maximum for this 4-cell cage, but that would require this 4-cell cage to be 6, 7, 8, and 9, which it cannot be. So this is either 28 or 29. If it's 29, it's definitely 5, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I wonder. So it's either 5, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't this need to have 8 and 9 in it then? If it's adding up to 28, imagine it didn't have. Imagine it only had 9, 7, 6, 5. That's 27. That's too small. This cannot add up to 27. So this does include 9 and 8. So this doesn't, which means this is either 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 4, and definitely includes 1 and 2. Now, this W pentomino, it's got a choice, hasn't it? It's either joining this one or this one. But again, it's going to be adding up to at least 15 in its own right, which means one of these adds up to at least 15. The same is sort of true with this T pentomino. That's going to add up to at least 15, which means one of these adds up to at least 15. And then we've got this circle up here of dominoes. So that one, if it goes there... no, actually, they don't have to be a sort of mutually exclusive set. They could spill out, I think. Like those could pair up and these could pair up. Maybe. Actually, I'm not sure about that now. That felt... Hang on. If I did that, the T gets isolated. Yeah, hang on. Yes, this is very pretty. This is very pretty. If this one joined to this one, it just doesn't work. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. That's a proper noise. Then this one has to join to that one. This one has to join to that one. And the T has nothing it can join to. So this one doesn't join to that one. That is a unit in the puzzle. I think there might have been another way of proving that. To do with sort of there having to be a boundary almost between column 3 and column 4. Oh, hang on, no, there can't be. No, the fact there couldn't be a boundary. Yeah, that might be another way to see it. We've got 4 up here, and this is a 5th, but they're sort of going in pairs, aren't they? So it has to be possible to connect these 5 to a 6th cage, and that connection can only be there. And that's rather beautiful. So we don't know how this wheel works in box 1, but we do now know that the W pentomino connects with this one here, which means this is at least a 6. This is at least a 6. So, because we're having to add to 15, aren't we? But how do we... Oh, I almost had a really interesting idea then, but it doesn't work. Bobbins McBobbins face is the expression we're looking for. It could almost be about sort of chasing 8s and 9s around the world here. Do we have to have a 1 and a 2 in there? Yeah, we do, don't we? Isn't that what we just proved? I thought we just proved that somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. But if there were... Yeah, we did prove it. If there was no 1 and 2 in there, the minimum it could be is 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is 19. So there is 1 and 2 in here, and they are in these positions. And now I'm getting a sale by Maverick as well, because of this 1-2 pair. Which means either 3 or 4 is in this part, and not in the T. Ah, yeah, that's nice. So because there is a low digit now, a 3 or a 4 that is in here, in box 4, this can't add up to 15. Because it would need to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 very explicitly. So this takes 6 out of there. It means this does have 9 in it, which means I now have got my first digit. That's taken a while, but I've got one. This is 9. This is 7 or 8. 7 or 8 must include a 1. Now, can this really be 1, 2, 4? I don't know. That's definitely not 1. 1 is definitely up there by Sudoku. This is a 7, 8, 9 triple now. Yeah, I wanted to think about this because this is missing 3 or 4. Now, if it's missing 3, it can't work because 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 is 18. So it has got 3 in it. We don't know where the 3 goes, but we know it's in there. So we know there's no 3 in here, and we now know this is 7. This is very pretty. It's very... So now there's a 4 in here. And, okay, let's work this out then. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 is 17, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, yeah. I'm just going to do it again in my brain. Yeah, that's right. So this is 3, 5, 6. This is 17. Whoopsie. This is 7. So this is 1, 2, 4, which is actually, I'm slightly surprised about. So this is the 4. This is the 1, 2 pair. I've got a 1, 2 pair in this row. Ah, okay. So let's think about how this 9 cage is working. It's not got 4 in it, so it's not 2, 3, 4. And it's not got 6 in it because it would have to be 1, 2, 6. So it is 1, 3, 5, and that's got to be the 1. And now these squares are a 6, 8 pair by Sudoku. That's not 6. We know the value of these two because they're a 4, 7 pair. They add up to 11. So these add up to 11. Combined with this, we don't know what that adds up to. We know it's at least 15. Ah, there's no 6 in it. There still could be 15. 7 here means this is 7 and this is 4. So we've almost managed to get a 7 in there. In fact, I suppose that digit is 7, 8 or 9, isn't it? Just a Sudoku on row 6 is all I'm thinking. So those are... Yeah, this has to be 11. Oh, sorry, it's obvious, yeah. This is 11 without using 7, 8 or 9. That's got to be 5, 6. Which apparently doesn't... Well, it means these squares are 1, 2, 3 and 4. I've gone a bit ham with the pencil marking here. This digit has to therefore be there in box 5. And we do have, unsurprisingly I suppose, an awful lot of low digits in this W pentomino. Ah, hang on. We said, yeah, we said that this 4-cell sequence could be 29. It can't be anymore. 29 needs a 7 in it. So this is 28. And how are we doing that then? It's got to be, it's only one way to do it. It's got to be 8, 9, 5, 6. And this digit is a 3. And that's putting even more pressure on this W pentomino. This digit is now the same as this one, just by Sudoku. And this adds up to 28. which means oh, this is a terrible pencil mark, but it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't do that. But that's what it is. It's the triangular number for 7. So 8 and 9 have to be in these squares. They can't put 9 in the 2-cell cage that adds up to this digit. So 9 is in one of those two, not here anymore. If that has 8 in it, it's got to have 1 in it as well. It would have to be 8, 1 adding up to 9. If it doesn't have 8 in it, this is an 8, 9 pair. Wait a moment, that's 8 or 9. There's a virtual 8, 9 pair in this column, because we know this adds up to at least 15, so it's got to have one of 8 and 9 in it. So this digit is not 8 or 9. In fact, that's not 7, I'm now noticing. Ah, that's it, apparently. So these digits are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll just pencil mark that for the sake of good order, because they add up to 15. So this must add up to 15, which means this is an odd number. Oh, it looks like it's trying to do something there. 1 is definitely in this domino. This is a 1, 2 pair. These are the same. And these are the same. And I'm not sure where to go with that, but let's try and do a little bit of Sudoku. If forced, we'll do Sudoku. We can probably cap this digit. Oh, 3 can't repeat. 3 can't repeat in this. So that is, these are adding up to 10. In fact, that's 3, isn't it, in box 5 by Sudoku, which is rather cute. Now, these add up to 10. So it's 15, 16, or 17. So this is 5, 6, or 7. Are all options actually possible there? Maybe. I was going to say this digit does have to appear in the 28 cage. That's true, it does. But I think it's still got 4 possible positions. So I don't think we can do that yet. Oh no, I don't want to get stuck here. It's been going relatively well. That's not a 3. I mean, that's terrible deduction, but it's true. 3, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 up here. Let's pencil mark those in. Can we do anything with that? I tell you something you can do. That digit, oh, that was almost a gorgeousness. It's not quite a gorgeousness, but that digit is odd, isn't it? How do we know that? Well, we know that using the secret of Sudoku, something I share with only my very favourite people. But the secret is, I will share it with you, because if you're watching this video, of course you're one of my favourite people. Those 9 cells are the 9 different Sudoku numbers. So they add up to 45, which is odd. But we know that that one is pairing up with either this one or that one. So they will sum to an even number, those 4 cells, because they will be the same. And then this will pair up with that in that instance. So these will be the same. So they will add up to an even number. So these 8 cells add up to an even number, and that digit has to be odd. So it is 3, 5, or 7 by Sudoku. It's almost really interesting. That means 8 is in one of those squares in the column. I think we already knew that if I'd actually been diligent about my pencil marking, but I wasn't, so I didn't. Okay, and now we might be about to get badly or stuck in a rather more profound way. I know these are 15. Phone's buzzing. That's okay. I know this is a virtual 8-9 pair. Do we know anything interesting about this? We know that's quite a big digit. So we know that's a minimum of 8, 16, 21, 24. Oh, actually, okay, so maybe I have to be a bit careful with this digit. Because this row adds up to 45, doesn't it? Now that's 5, which means that these add up to 40. Now, each, so that 1 green plus 1 yellow is 20 is what that means. Now, if this was a 2 then, that could never work, because this would never be enough plus 1 yellow to get to 20. The maximum value of this is 9, so this must add up to at least 11. It's not much, is it? Oh, it can't be a 3 there. And it couldn't be a 2, so it is at least 4, and it can't be a 4, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. I think that's a slightly desperate deduction. I suppose what's the... Oh, it's got to have 2 options. So if that was 15 and that was 15, 5, 2, 3 would work. Oh, I see. 5 here and a 2, 3 pair. Okay, so I'm unsure about how to address that then. I don't think I can do it. Yeah, okay, so I'm getting bogged down now. There must be something clever I can do somewhere else. 4? No, what I was about to say is such utter rubbish, I refuse to say it. I'm not even going to explain what it was. It's so asinine. 1 and 2 are over there. That's an interesting. That's slightly interesting. 1, 2 here and 1, 2 here. Now, if this was a 1, 2 pair, there is no way we could join it up, because it would add up to 3, and the only way of making a domino add up to 3 would be with another 1, 2 pair. So this is 1 or 2. I bet this is a ring of 10 dominoes, and that's going to be a 5. That's my bet, and that's my guess, but I mean, I've got no proof. It's just what I think might happen. Oh, hang on. I hadn't noticed this. This is 1, 2, 9 up here. So we could actually... So this domino is adding up to 10 or 11. If it adds up to 11... If that's 9, 2, it couldn't join up with this one, because this would be 1 something. So if that's 9, 2, it'd have to join up with that one and make an 11 domino. So those would be 22. I'm just not sure. It's almost... Oh, 9. Okay, so 9 is in this domino, 9 is in that domino. So 9 is in one of those 2 cells, that's it. Well, that's at least a point, isn't it? Because 9 can't be here. 9 plus 1 would make 10 for there. So the 9 goes there. Now, does that do anything profound? It might not. I mean, it's a really cool idea. These now add up to 9, so they're either 2, 7... or 4, 5, which means, can we do anything with that? 2, 7 or 4, 5, it looks like it's trying to do something. Or is it something to do with, yeah, I've got it. Where's 8 in row 1? Remember, this cage here hasn't got 8 in it at all. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the only place for 8. Now, unfortunately, that might not be good enough. Because now if this was 8, 2, that would be 1, 9, and those could pair up as a pair. So is it something to do with 8s in one of 3 places in box 2? I'm sorry, I've had to... Oh no. I don't know whether I should stop. I've already had to stop once because of the noise, but it's come back again. I don't know what to do here, to be honest. I think I'll persevere for a bit longer. I've had about a 20-minute gap, but I thought it was going to stop, and it's still bad. But anyway, let's continue. Let's see what we can do. What were we doing? we were doing 8s. Okay, no, we weren't doing 8s. We were pencil marking 8s into box 2. And the reason we were doing that is because of this 8, which told us that this adds up to 9 or 10. If it adds up, yeah, we've looked at this. If this adds up to 10, that's adding up to 10, and that's a very nice little. But that they probably join together. Although whether, oh, hang on. Wasn't there a requirement? Each cage shares a side with exactly one other cage of the same sum. I'm just wondering whether, oh my goodness, if this was it's so bad. I think I'm going to have to pause again, aren't I? I don't even know how to. I think I'm going to have to pause. I'll come back in a bit. Okay, it stopped again. I'm gonna risk continuing. But what I was just wondering about is if what we can't have is loads of 10 cages round here. That just simply won't be valid, will it? So if this was a 10 cage, that's going to be a 10 cage. They would be hypothecated off. These would add up to 25, but that couldn't be a 5 because that would make these both 10 cages. So that would have to be a 3 or a 7. Now if it was a 3, these would both be 11. 5, 6, 4, 7. Ah, bobbins, that works. And if it was a 7, these would be both 9. Oh, and that's going to work as well, isn't it? So, yes, that is going to work. Ah, so that's not... Okay, sorry, I thought I might be able to do something clever using that rule. Okay, I think I'm going to have to pause again. Sorry. Hello, sorry, I'm back now. The workmen have gone, so there should be no more mad noises. Just hope the electrics hold up. In fact, I'm pleased I did pause when I did, because shortly thereafter the fuse board shorted, and had I not paused, I would have lost all of that footage, and this puzzle would have been unfortunately consigned to the history books so far as Cracking the Crypt is concerned, because we only do live solves. So it's good news, really. But I am sorry if the noise on the early part of this video has proved horrific. Now, oh, okay. So I mean, it's about 2 hours later now, so I can't really remember exactly what I was thinking about, but I think I just had the thought about whether or not this could be unique, hadn't I? And I'd concluded that 8 and 2 here would work, I think, and that wasn't a profitable line of inquiry. So we're going to have to revisit and come up with something different. And the thing we're going to come up with is, this one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's the same as this one. So that digit does have to appear in this cage, because this is 5 or 6, so it is in one of those cells. And that's going to be very important for the following reason. I don't know what that reason is, but I'm sure it's important. This one was 15, wasn't it? I remember that. That's 15. That's 15. There's a sort of virtual 8-9 pair in column 9. And these digits are 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. That digit is the same as that digit. Yeah, where does that digit go in row 8? I don't know. I don't know is the answer. But I think it has to be there, doesn't it? It has to be in one of those two, because it's not those four, sorry. It's a 6 or an 8. So that digit, which can't go there, is in one of those two, so it is here. Now, but this digit, at some point in the past, in Simon's past, he has worked out that this is quite a big digit. How did I work that out? Why wasn't that a 2? Was that because this total, I remember why. If that was 2, the maximum they could be is 20, which makes 25 here, which means that this has to be a 10. Ah, okay. So this adds up to at least 11. It's almost the case you have to put 2 over here. I think you could put 2 here. Only if it was exactly 2, 9 in that order. 9 here, 2 here, 9 here. Nine, 2, 6, 5. Then what are we left with? We're left with 22, 27, 18 here. So this would be a 9 as well. Oh, hang on. That doesn't work. That's very strange. Okay, right. There's something going on in the bottom row. I don't know quite what, but I don't think you can put 2 in there, because that apparently has to add up to 11. That would be 2, 9. And okay, so ignore what's going on up here. But if this was 11 and 11, which it would have to be if this is if there is a 2 in there, when we've got 22, 27, which means these add up to 18, which by the secret means that this is a 9. But I've just said this would be 2, 9, so that doesn't work. So 2 is over there, which means these are not 2. 2 is okay. 2 is not there. That is not a 2, because that can't be double 1. So this is 2 and something equals that. I don't know, actually. I was going to say, well, certainly you can't put 3 here, because one of these is a 1, and there's a 1 here. I'm not sure whether that could be a 2, 3, with this being a 5. Then this would be 1, 4, very precisely. And this, one of those would be 4. Okay, let's do the maths. If that was 2, 3, 5, oh yeah, okay, I think that might be right, because I'd had the thought earlier, hadn't I, that those were 15 and 15, and they could be that then. So maybe the thing to prove is that that this can't be, or to investigate why, if this wasn't 2, 3 here. So why can't 3 go in there? That's the question. If we can prove 3 is not in there for some reason, it's not immediately obvious to me why that would be the case. But if 3 wasn't in there, it can't be here. It would have to be in there. and then we would be in business. So why is there no 3 in there? If there was a 3 in there, this would be 2, 4, 5. And this would be 1, 3. 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these other digits would be from 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 3 would be joining up with 6, 7, 8, or 9 to make this total, which we're actually, this total, if this was 2, 4, 5, this couldn't be a 5 then, so this would be at least 13. It would be 6. That's it. It's as simple as that. Right. That's really, again, this bottom row is weird actually. So what we've now established is if you put 3 here, because this is 2, 4, 5, and I think it is by Sudoku, this digit is at least a 6 then, which we're marrying up with at least, well, you don't have to put 6, 8 here, because you could put 6, 7. That's still possible. That's the lowest this could be, 13. But this is got a 3 in it, so it needs a 10 to accompany it. So 3 isn't in there. So this is 2, 3, and this is 5, and there's a new digit for us in our slightly quieter world. Right, so this is 1, 4. This is 2, 3, 5. This is not 5. But now, well, now we know that this is 15 and 15, because we've got 15 in those cells. We know the whole row adds up to 45, so these add up to 30, and each domino must add up to 15. Now that's even, so this is definitely odd. These are from 6, 7, 8, and 9. That is not 9, so that is not 6. 5, 6, yes, there's something going on in this column. I've got a high digit, well, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. That is a 5, 6, 7, 8 quadruple. So the rest of the row, or the rest of the column, I should say, has to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which means this is not 5. This is a 4. That's all it can be. This is not 4. This is a 4. And now this square is definitely not 8. It's 1, 2, or 3. It's very strange, isn't it, that is where we could get going again. But I'm absolutely delighted about this. This adds up to, oh, well, it does. I mean, it adds up. This domino here adds up to 15. And that is a 6, 7, 8, or 9. In fact, those add up to 30, don't they? And they add up to 15. So that digit is A. That's the 6 or the 8. My phone is buzzing. That's okay. So 5 in this column is either there, which would make this a 5 and that a 5. Oh, now we've got different sorts of noise. It's a very noisy video. Or it's here, and that would be a 6. And I don't know what that's doing. Okay. Oh dear, I think I might be about to get stuck again. Let's hope not. Oh, come on, Simon. This column, this column feels like it's doing something. 4 is either in there with a 5, or it's there, and this would be 2, 7. So it's either 4, 5. No, I'm not sure what that's doing. We know 8. Do we know what that adds up? No, we don't, do we? Because we don't know what this is. Yeah, because, well, again, I suspect this is going to be a 15, and this is just because everything else seems to add to 15. That would be a 7, 8, that would be a 9. That would be a 7. 9, 7. That would be 4, 5. That would be 6. And this 2, 3, 5. Virtually everything would get solved. That would be a 15, so that would be 9, 6. This would be 7, 8. That would be a 7, 8 pair in the column. Oh, I think, yeah, no, we said that. If that's 5, this is 7, 8, so that makes sense. Oh, hang on, no. Ooh, there's a uniqueness point there. That's interesting. No, so that's not going to be the answer. What I'm seeing there is I know this adds up to 15. And I know this. If this added up to 15, there's only one way it could add up to 15, and that's with a 7, 8 pair. So imagine both of these with 7, 8 pairs. That cannot be true. And yet it would be true. How did we get to the point? We got to the point where that was a 9 somehow. Oh, that was if... No, that was if that... Hang on, I'm totally confused. No, if that's 7, 8, that's 9. Yeah, that's not going to be the answer. It is not possible for this to be 7, 8, because that becomes 9, this becomes 7. Oh no, that's fine. Sorry, I'm talking absolute nonsense. If this is 7, 8, this is 9, this is 7, this is 8, and this is 6, 9, which is a very different kettle of fish. Okay, well that's good in a way, because I didn't see how that was going to be resolved. So, I don't know what to do again. So how do you end up with 7, 8 here? Then this has to be 9. This has to be not 9. So this would be 9. I'm not sure. So if that's 5, this is 7, 8, isn't it? That would be 5 and that would be 6. Ah. So that won't work for a slightly different reason, not to do with 9s. Well, again, but I can't use this, but I am now sure this is not 5. Yeah, this is really weird. If this is 5, then this is 15, this is 15, which is a 7, 8 pair, this is 5, so this is 6, and this digit is 7 or 8 in a 15 cage, so this would be 7, 8, this would be 7, 8, and that's unresolvable by the logic in the puzzle. It would mean there were 2 solutions, because the 7s could either go in those positions or those positions, and the puzzle would still solve. So this is not going to be a 5 in the correct grid. But why? Because we can't use... I won't allow myself to use uniqueness to prove that. If that's a 5, that's a 2, 7. If that's a 5, that's 2, 7. That's 5 and that's 6. 2, 7. Oh, yeah, that's fine. 5, 6, 2, 7. Yeah, that's okay. So this would be 9, which is what we said. Oh, but wait a moment. That's no good. Ah, right. I can disprove it a different way, I think. This isn't very easy at all. This is not very easy at all. I've now got rid of 5, not for uniqueness, but for a different reason. If this is 5, the problem is this becomes 7 or 8, I think. So if this is 5, we know that this is 15, so we want this to be a 7, 8 pair. It's the only way it can work. But if this is 5, this is a 2, 7 pair. that is a 9 and that is a 7 or an 8. So I can't make this a 7-8 pair because that cell is 7 or 8. So this is not 5. And that wasn't uniqueness, that was just difficult. Now, this is 16 or 17 now, so there is a 9 in here and I know where it goes. Brilliant. So this is not 9, this is now 7, 8, this is 9, this is 6, this is 8. We know that digit's the same as that digit, so we can do a whole load of extra jobbies there. And our extra jobbies have now, that's 8. So this is 5, 6, 9, so this is 8, this is 9. Now this is not 9. There's a 7, 8 pair in this column, so that's a 6. Oh, that's done it. Because now this is 16, which means this is 7 by mathematics. This is 8. This is 7. This is 8. That was not easy, I don't think. I mean, now you'll all tell me it was easy and I just missed something simple, but I'll just blame the fact I had to go away from the puzzle for ages. But I didn't think that was easy, genuinely. That was quite difficult. And now I'm stuck again, am I? Oh dear. No. That is not a 6. I suspect that is not the break-in that we're looking for. So, okay, so what have we now? That's a digit we can do. 5, 6, 9, 7, 8. So, okay, this is huge, because 8 is now in this, so this must add up to 9, and that's going to place more digits for us. So this one is 1, 8, which means, that's 4, that's 1, this is 2 by Sudoku, this is 1, this is 4. Now in this column we've not put in a 6, I'm going to claim, so that one over there is not 6 either. In fact, that seems to have to be the only place that 6 goes in box 1. Now that's the only place 6 goes in box 4. This digit is 3, 5 or 7 by Sudoku. Now, in this column, 2 3s and 5s to place. In this column, 2, 3, 4, 7. So 4 and 7 are definitely in that string of digits. So 4 and 7 are not in, which we already knew if I just used Sudoku. Okay, I've got to put, this is a good point, I've got to put 1 in this 28 cage. Where's it going? I don't know, but it's definitely in that domino because it's in there and it can't be in any of those cells. And if it's in that domino, that's a 2 and that's a 1. So this is not a 1 anymore. This digit is a 5, that's doable, that's a 6. Can I do this now? How can that be surviving as an open question? Apparently it is. Now, okay, the other digit, whatever this digit is a 2, 3 or a 5, and that must also appear in this cage. So it must be one of those 2 digits. Now, it's definitely not a 2, is it? So that is 3 or 5, which means these digits are from 1, 3 and 5. Which is now, okay, so where's 8 in this column? I think that's been available for a while if I'd thought about it in a slightly different way, but at least we've got it. Now this is 8 and this is 1. So this is not 1. And it's all going to be about this digit, isn't it? I think is 2, 4, 5 or 7. So 4 and 7 are definitely... Yeah, okay, you can't put 4 and 7 both in the green cage up here because they won't add up to 9. yeah, 4 and 7 are in that triple, so that digit is 4 or 7. And wow, it can't still resist now, surely. That doesn't. Is it really going to be this? That's pretty amazing if it's this that finishes it from here. I suspect it isn't actually. Look, that's an aha. There we go. Right, I've got a 9 over this side of the grid. So if that is a 2, if this is 11, this is going to be 9. So this is going to go 1, 8, 3, because these will have to be paired up. So this will be 3, this will be 1. Does that break something across here? And this would be, if that's 2, 9, this is going to be 4. That's gorgeous. That's it. So it is this ring because of this cell. This cannot add up to 11. Because if it has to, let me just explain this fully. If this is a 2 here, it cannot partner this cage because it won't add up. This cage only adds up to 9, so it must partner this cage, and it's not 2, 9, it's not 5, 6, it's not 3, 8, so it is 4, 7, and that's going to break that cell. That's beautiful, isn't it? So this is 1, this is 2, and now I think those have to pair up together, these here, because this can't add up to 10, because that adds up to 10 as well, and we know only one cage joins up with. So this can't be 10 and this 10 and this 10. There'd be 2 cages joining this one. So this I don't think can be 5 then, because that would mean that these would add up to 20. So this is not 5. This is 1. Let's double click the 1. So if we'd done all, oh look, a small 1-inch I could have done, I just didn't. I think all the 1s are done now. Now, what do we do next then? I'm not sure. Okay, so what have we got here? It depends what this is. If that's 3, we've got 23, so these are 22, these are 11. So this is, oh, this can't be 11. Maybe that's the fundamental point. Or it's a fundamental point, because it's going to break that cell. So I think this is going to have to be 7 then, and hopefully the maths of that will work. Because we've now got 27 there, so these are 18, which means each individually is adding up to 9, and that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner, that's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. So that goes like this. This is now a 7. So this is 4, 5. Which means this is 2, 3, 5, 3. So that's 3 using the logic that we did earlier. 3 comes out of all these cells. Oh, I got another 3 in the corner apparently. That's 3 in the corner, that's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion again. That's 5, that's 4. That seems to be 7 in that corner. Yeah, I think we're there. 2, 2, 4. That is it's a really good puzzle, this. Oh, don't be... No, it's fine. It's fine. I thought that I was going to have a deadly pattern. There we go. Goodness only knows what the time is on that. A very long amount of time. But that, to be honest, it's not really my fault. I'm sorry about the first half of the video and the drilling noises. I will assess. I'll have a listen and see whether or not it just is unacceptably loud. But I hope not, because I thought that was a really clever puzzle. Ul-Rhymm, take a bow. I was fascinated by this row and the fact that I could sort of force its contents. It was not at all obvious to me that that would be a breaking point. And then I like that column. I like the whole thing. I like the fact that you could pair off the cages relatively straightforwardly. You know, it was like a blind date for just very, amongst a whole group of very attractive people. There were no Simon cages in the grid where somebody would be like, not sure I actually want to go on a blind date with the Sudoku nerd. But but it was full of football playing, attractive people, and that's great. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.